All right, so our topic for today, do you remember our topic?
I think so.
What's our topic?
Fear of not being yourself, I want to say.
Fear of not being yourself.
Okay, so we're talking about confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to tell the people that are watching what you do, who you are, and all of that?
I do.
So I'm Alayah Jenkins, and I am a published author of the Little Agent series, and I can't wait to share.
All right. I'm trying to get the other one up, and for some reason it's acting crazy.
It's being mean.
Yeah, it is. So, okay. Well, we were talking about confidence the other day, and you were saying how confidence is kind of difficult for you, like growing up and in school and different things. So can you tell me more about it?
So, like, when I'm at school, I'm quote unquote Alayah. When I'm at home, I'm Leah, the fun and playful person. And I'm not really confident to be Leia at school because I feel like I'm gonna get bullied.
Why do you thought you were gonna get bullied?
Because most of the kids at school act grown, like they're adults.
Okay. And go ahead.
And I don't act like that when I'm with you guys. Like I act like myself.
So do you act like that at school?
No, I don't. I act like I try to blend in and I quote unquote act grown.
You act grown?
Not like grown.
So what do you mean?
Like, I'll say I act like a teenager when I'm at school.
And how does a teenager act?
They act moody and selfish and not really like nice. But I still try to be nice.
So why do you choose to act different when you're at school?
Because I feel like if I'm act like myself, like Leia, I feel like I'm not gonna fit in with everyone, and people are gonna bully me. So
Okay.
I try to blend in and act like everyone else.
Okay. And so, do you think other people do that too, or do you think that that's just who they are?
I think other people do that too, but it might be who they are, but I don't think so.
So, do you like acting different or trying to fit in?
I don't exactly like it because I wish I could be myself because being a whole different person is hard.
Okay.
Because you want to be yourself so bad, and then you're like, no, I have to squish it down until I get home.
So, what constitutes being yourself? So, that means, like, what does it mean to be you?
Like, to be playful and loving and just, like, be happy and be a kid.
Okay. So, you think that at school, the kids aren't happy? Do they not act happy, or do you think everyone's trying to fit in?
I think everyone's trying to fit in, and I think everyone's trying to fit in.
You have something you want to say? No. So, I need you to shh. So, you think everyone's trying to fit in?
Kinda, yeah.
So, what if everyone just was themselves?
The school would be probably a lot different. There wouldn't be so many write-ups, and people wouldn't get in trouble as much if they're just themselves.
Okay.
Because most of the time, they get in trouble for not being themselves. Well, I wouldn't say that, but they get in trouble for doing things that they probably wouldn't usually do.
Okay. And so, but you don't get in trouble. So you kind of floating between being yourself and trying to be someone that goes under the radar?
Yeah, pretty much. I float.
I float?
I float.
So, okay. So what type of things do you like?
I like stuffed animals. I love the color purple. I like butterflies and unicorns. And I have this stuffed animal named Stuffy Luffy who I love so much.
You don't feel like you can talk about that at school?
Not really, without getting made fun of, without people saying, "Ha, you're a kid, you're such a kid, ha ha ha, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah," like Dracula.
So has someone, Ashlyn, stop. So has someone said those type of things to you before?
My kids also go on the note.
Yes.
Not exactly, but it was somewhere along those lines.
Okay. So what was said to you?
I went to Daddy.
No. Go back to Daddy Pop. So what was said to you?
They said, "Oh, you're acting like such a kid. You're not mature like us." And it hurt my feelings.
Sit. Okay. And so the people that said that to you, what were they? Like, how did they act?
Oh, they acted grown. Like they didn't act like 5th graders. They acted like 11th graders. Like they were about to go to college and they
Hey
had.
guys, if you're going to be in here with us, I need you to be quiet, okay? I need you guys to be quiet. You said they act like 11th graders?
Yeah, like they acted like they had so much going on, like they were about to go to college, but they were only about to go to middle school. They don't have that a whole lot of going on.
Okay. Hold on for 1 minute. Okay. And so, what type of things did they do? You said they acted like they were going to go to college or something?
Mhm. And they acted like they had so much going on, like being an elementary school person. Like being in elementary school was such a big deal. Like they were so big and bold. When really, I don't think that was really them. I think that was like their alias.
Okay.
Mean Girl 101.
Okay. So do you think that now that you're a 5th grader, that you see it more than you did when you were a little bit younger? People being different than what you think they really are?
Yeah, I see that more often.
Okay.
I definitely see it more often.
Okay. I know last year you noticed that going from 3rd grade to 4th grade, that even people changed then, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So do you think everyone's just trying to grow up?
I think that, and I think that they're trying to grow up super quickly, and
Okay.
I think that's gonna get them in a lot of trouble if they don't slow it to a skirt.
Slow it to a skirt?
Yes,
Okay. And why do you think that's going to get people in trouble?
because I don't think hold on, I'm trying to collect my words. I think that if they try to like slow it down, like and actually act like kids, that once they get in middle school, they're gonna be in for a very rude awakening because they're gonna get in trouble more and they're gonna get snapped on because they won't be doing the work and stuff like that. I don't think that it will be a good thing.
Okay.
Now, if they were in middle school and they acted like I would be like, okay, this is normal, but they're 5th graders. That's not normal behavior.
Okay. And so, what do you think? Well, I guess you said that you think people should try to be themselves instead of trying to be someone else. What other type of tips do you think you have in mind?
I think that once you become that person, there's no going back, because then they'll be like, you weren't being honest with us? That's not nice. So I think that once you become a different person, I think that's who they think you are, really. When that's not true, like, I'm actually a really nice person.
Okay. And so, do you think that the difference in people acting, however they're going to act, does that affect your confidence?
Yeah, like, when I come home, my confidence is, like, way up here.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm there, like, my confidence is, like, doop, 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 doop.
Okay.
And it goes down as the day goes on.
Really?
Like, when I get there, I'm at a full bar. I'm pumping, I'm jumping, I'm ready to go. But when I come home, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad to be home.
Okay. And so, it's the other people's actions that are making you feel this way?
No, like, the way it hurts my feelings. Like, even earlier, there's this one girl, she's like, we're not really friends, but she's like, who do you think you are? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm Alayah Jenkins.
Okay.
Who do you think you are?
Okay.
Because I bet she doesn't even know who she wants to be yet.
Okay. I think everyone's really trying to figure out who they're trying to be. But you seem to be okay when you do your events and things, right?
I love doing my events. I get to meet different people, and it's just awesome.
Okay. So that doesn't affect your confidence when you're doing your events.
But at first, I'm a little nervous because I don't know how people are going to act and how they're going to be. But once I get to meet a few people, I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. I like this. I'm ready to go.
And so how can you take that same attitude at school so that you can keep your confidence bar high?
I've already met everybody, so I don't really know how I'm going to be jumping and pumping since I know everybody and everybody knows me to be like this when everybody knows me to be this super calm, cool, awesome girl.
But you don't have to change. I mean, you can still be the super cool, calm, awesome girl, and still have confidence. Like, confidence is like different things. Like, when you wear an outfit, if you believe that you look nice in your outfit's going to look better. When you're trying to make new friends, if you are true to yourself, it should make it easier to find friends. So confidence isn't what people think about you. It's what you think about yourself. And so I don't think you choosing to be confident would change anything for the most part. I mean, I think people may notice that you're more self-aware and that you're more confident in the way you speak and the things that you do. But I don't think that it's necessarily going to be a bad thing. It doesn't matter that people know who you are already. You can always choose to be a little bit different for the betterment of yourself, right?
So, if I do that, then I'll come home still having a high bar of confidence or energy?
Yeah, you should. At home, you are just Leia. And so we love you. And people that meet you and get to know the real you, they love you. So why don't you think people at school would love you the same too?
Because those are people, the people there are still trying to figure out themselves. And if they think that I know who I am already, I think they might be quote unquote jealous.
So you think that other people are not going to like you because you know who you are or because you're confident?
Yeah, I think so. In my opinion, because they'll be like, oh, she's so confident. We should try to knock her down.
Have you tried it?
No.
So how do you know that's what's going to happen?
I don't know. I think I'm predicting the future.
Well,
I'm trying to be sidekick like Raven.
Well, I don't think you should be trying to predict the future. I don't think that was one of the gifts you were given, unless you're doing something I don't know about. But I think that you should try to be yourself. And at the end of the day, as long as you're being true to yourself, as long as you're being the kind girl that we know you are, as long as you're being honest, as long as you're being noble, you shouldn't care what people think.
Oh.
And whether you're doing the right thing, whether you're doing the wrong thing, whether you're helping people, whether you're not, so there's always going to be someone that has a problem with something that you're doing. And whether it's jealousy or whatever word that wants to be attached to it, you can't please everyone. Because if you're pleasing everyone, then you're not doing something right and you're not being true to yourself. What do you think?
I think that's some really good advice.
You think that's really good advice?
Definitely.
Okay. So how would you apply that advice?
I think I'm going to change a few things of how I go to school. I think I'm going to be true to myself because even if people don't like me, I'm there to learn. I'm still there for friends, but I'm there to learn.
Okay. Do you believe that?
Kind of. I think I'm there to become more social, kind of. And then kind of learn at the same time.
Well, I think that the kind of learn should be higher than the kind of social. Because at the end of the day, you're there to learn. And making friends is a plus. Because you can make all the friends that you want. But if your grades are not good, you're going to have to make new friends because you're going to stay back. So your education is first because that's something that no one can take from you. Because you can be the prettiest girl in the room and that can be taken from you. Anything can happen. You can fall down and scrape your face. You can get in a car accident. Something can happen. And so your exterior beauty should not be your best asset. You should strive to be a good person inside, because the people that take the time to actually get to know you will value who you are on the inside more than what you look like on the outside. So even socializing, it's good to have friends, it's okay. But their primary purpose for being at school is to what?
To learn.
Okay.
And get a good education.
Okay. So I guess we go back to the question, how would you implement new things so that you can have more confidence, or what type of things would you recommend that other people do to have more confidence? I have some, but I want you to tell me.
I think that they should be themselves, and that even if people don't like that it will be okay, because as long as you keep your confidence, people will learn to know you and get to know you better and love you for who's inside, not out. Well, that came out wrong. Love you for who's inside and who's outside.
Okay.
That came out wrong too.
It did, but I think I get what you're saying. Okay. So what does that look like to you?
To me, that looks like me being myself, and like showing people who I actually am instead of being someone else who I'm not.
And how do you do that?
Like keeping my confidence when I'm meeting new people, because we play with the same class outside, and let's say we switch, and then I get to go to different classes and get to know people, and they get to know me, and then we'll be friends.
Okay. What's something else that you would think would be helpful?
I think that I should let people know who me instead of knowing someone else who I'm not. Like, let's say Alayah, even though I still. Let's say I go out there and I'm Leia, the fun, playful, nice, heart, kind kid. That was weird.
What did you say?
Being the nice, kind kid who I am. And then people will get to know me and be like, oh, I can be my real self around her. And I can tell her about stuff like that. And I can talk to her about being a kid.
Okay.
Instead of having to be a giant, big, mean adult.
Oh! What's a giant, big, mean adult?
That came out wrong, too. Oops.
I'm not a giant, big, mean adult.
I know, you're amazing.
I feel like you're just saying that.
No. Never. No. That came out wrong.
Back to the topic. Okay. So, if you had to give like 3 things, really quick things, what would they be to have people to be more confident in themselves and to be comfortable being themselves? What would you think? And they have to be something that you are also going to apply to yourself.
Okay.
1.
Let's say someone said, I don't like your outfit. Or, your colors are all wrong. I'll be like, okay, that's your opinion. But I'm confident in my outfit. And then just keep on bouncing.
So is that a tip or is that a scenario? Because I think that was a scenario.
I think that was a scenario also. A tip, be confident in who you are. Don't try to be someone else.
Okay. Be confident in who you are. Don't try to be someone else. What's another one?
Go to the people. Don't let people...
Go to the people?
Number 2. I think number 2, be who you are.
Be who you are? Okay, so be confident. You said the first one was be confident in who you are. The second one?
Be nice and don't try to be someone else. Because if you try to be someone else, that's who they'll know you for.
Okay, so be confident in who you are. Be nice. And one more.
My last one. I think that my last one would be, when you go to school, be... No, I don't think that's good. I think that my last one would be a kid. Don't try to be grown.
Be a kid. So be confident in who you are. Always be nice and be a kid. And you think those things will help?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. If you go in there as who you are and be nice, be a kid, and then they'll be like, oh, this is someone really cool. I can talk to them about being a kid, or I can talk to them about this type of stuff. Like, that's awesome. And she's like actually who she is. That's amazing. I think that will work out good for you and me.
And you. Okay, awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to the topic of confidence?
Keep your confidence high. Don't let people knock you down. Because once they knock you down, it's hard. You come back in there with another high level of confidence and then just keep going. And just keep your confidence high and it will help.
Okay. All right. So are we done? So that's episode number 1. Operation Confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a pen. All right. Well, we thank you guys for joining on our kid problem of confidence for episode 1, Operation Confidence. We're going to upload it onto our site and we'll post some snippets on Instagram as well. Thank you.